By the time contempt shows up, the relationship is already bleeding out. Not because contempt appears out of nowhere, it arrives when something has been rotting for a while and nobody wants to look at it. Contempt is not anger. Anger still has heat. Anger can still mean you care. Contempt is colder. Contempt is when you start seeing someone as beneath you. It is silent superiority in a close bond. And it looks so normal from the outside. Two people still together, still talking, still functioning. But inside, one of them has started keeping a private file called "You are embarrassing." That is what contempt feels like. It is the eye roll you try to hide, the sigh you let out when they speak, the way you stop being curious about them, the way you start hearing their voice as noise. It is not "I am hurt." It is "I am above this." Here is the raw truth most people avoid. Contempt is usually built out of repeated disappointment that never got processed honestly. It is pain that turned into superiority, because superiority feels safer than needing someone. Because if you admit you need them, you might have to admit they can fail you. And that is terrifying. So, instead, the mind chooses a darker safety. If I look down on you, I cannot be disappointed by you. Contempt is armor. How it shows up in real life is not dramatic. It is not a big breakup speech. It is small, surgical, daily. It is correcting them in front of people. It is talking to them like they are slow. It is acting like their feelings are inconvenient. It is treating their dreams like a cute hobby. It is a tone that says, "You are lucky I put up with you." And the worst part is how easy it is to justify. You tell yourself they deserve it. They are immature. They are selfish. They are incompetent. They are too emotional. They never change. Maybe some of that is true, but contempt is not truth. Contempt is punishment. It is punishment without the honesty of saying what you actually want. Because contempt lets you stay in the relationship while emotionally withdrawing from it. You can keep the stability, the history, the convenience, the image, while slowly making the other person smaller in your mind, so you do not have to face the grief of what is missing. That is why it quietly ends relationships. Not with a bang, with a slow loss of respect. And once respect is gone, love becomes a performance. You still do the motions, you still say the lines, but your body tells the truth. The irritation, the disgust, the boredom, the way your warmth disappears unless you are getting something. Contempt does something else too. It makes the other person worse. If you treat someone like they are pathetic, they either fight you or they collapse. They become anxious, defensive, avoidant, they hide, they lie, they stop trying, or they start resenting you back. Then you look at the mess and say, "See, I was right." Contempt is self-fulfilling. It turns your bond into proof that people disappoint you. Now, the part people do not want to admit, contempt often says more about the contempt holder than the target. It usually means one of these things. You feel trapped and you will not admit it. You are scared of being vulnerable and you will not admit it. You are ashamed of your own needs and you will not admit it. So you convert need into disgust, because disgust feels clean. Need feels humiliating. The clean version is not pretending everything is fine. The clean version is brutal honesty without superiority. Try sentences like these. "I am losing respect and it scares me. I feel lonely in this with you. I am holding things in and it is turning into contempt. I need change, not performance." If you cannot say those sentences, contempt will speak for you, and contempt is loud even when you are quiet. One brutal question to end on. When you look at them, do you still see a human with complexity, or do you see a problem you tolerate? If you want to go deeper, different personality patterns generate contempt differently. Some do it through criticism, some do it through withdrawal, some do it through humor, some do it through moral superiority. PersonalityPeak.com is built to show you the pattern before it becomes a personality. Thanks for listening. See you next episode.